So the final season of Star Wars Rebels trailer finally dropped at the Star Wars Celebration Orlando. And okay, when I heard that Dave Filoni said that this was the final season, I was breathing out a huge sigh of relief, like, oh dear God, finally this show's coming to an end. With the exception of Sabine, none of the other characters besides those from the prequel era really impacted me, or at least made me care about them. Like, I didn't care about Ezra, his story arc ended. Kanan, his story arc ended. Hera, okay. Zeb, his story arc ended. Chopper, what story arc did he have other than being Hera's companion? In fact, I thought Chopper was going to die last season. Oh, and AP5, there's something I did not talk about in my season 3 video. AP5 singing in space with space jellyfish. I hated it. Like, I get Star Wars does have song moments, but they always feel like they have their own distinct style. This was just pure Disney feeling. And I'm like, oh God, please don't tell me they're really doing that. And it ended on a, quote, comedic note when the ship just brought him back in with a loud clanging sound knowing he hit the wall. So I'm like, oh God, they've reached Disney levels. Next they're going to bring in Mickey Mouse species. I really hope they don't do that. If they do, I'm done with this canon, with this current canon. I'll just stick to the legends forever. Now, there were a lot of interesting aspects during the build-up for this final season. Like, in this trailer but we never imagined it would end like this. And they also mentioned how Ezra and Sabine seem to be, like, more of a focus in this final season, and people might speculate they might get together. Yeah, I've pretty much given up on that. It kind of sounds like Sabine doesn't like that concept. But, yeah. And Chopper being a war veteran, I was like, did I miss some new Disney canon material I kind of forgot about? Oh, what? He served in the Clone Wars? Okay. Alright. And with Hera's narration, she seems to be hit, like, when I heard the narration, I was like, oh, this is to tie the loose ends. And by tie the loose ends, do Rogue One style. Kill all the characters. With exception of Hera, Rex, and Chopper. Since Chopper shows up in Rogue One in a background scene, and Hera is called out to as General Syndulla, and we see the Ghost in Rogue One during the Battle of Scarif. And, well, Rex, I'll get to him later. Now, along with this, we see that the rebels have basically been beaten back. They're heading to Yavin 4, and we're going to see that. And the season more along the lines focuses on the Mandalorians. We see the return of Bo-Katan, which means, yeah, the Clone Wars era just further proves why it's superior to Rebels in every single way possible. Yeah, I know Clone Wars has its own problem. The Clone Wars series had its own problems at times, but it wasn't so more profound in showing it. And it seems Sabine has really improved with the Dark Saber, which is interesting. And Callus is in here, and he's looking completely different. Even StarWars.com hashtagged it as hashtag Hot Callus. Why? And we also saw Filoni's dream come true. A wolf shows up. Because it was revealed that Ahsoka was supposed to be riding a wolf. Back in the Clone Wars had it continued. Which would have been interesting. In every single way. And also, Kanan and Hera, they have another touching moment. I kind of expected that by now. Since they are technically a couple, they just don't kiss. Because that would be disgusting for children for some reason. I get it, they're children, but, like, seriously? That's really pissing. That would really piss off the parents saying, that offends me! I'm offended by this affection of love! Is that why Goku's never kissed Chi-Chi? Because the writers demanded it on the grounds they would offend people? But enough about that franchise for the rest of this video. And it seems like they're hinting that, okay, I speculated that either Sabine or Bo-Katan would become the new Mandalore. They're hinting at Bo-Katan being the new Mandalore because she's shown holding the Darksaber besides Sabine. And I thought Sabine was going to be the one that wields it and become the new Mandalore. But it looks like Bo-Katan might get it. I'm not sure. Like, she holds the sword, but yeah, I don't get that. And along with that, let's see. Rex, like, I didn't see him at all in this trailer. Like, that was a little surprising. But, but here's the one thing interesting about this. Like, considering that they're hinting that Ezra, Kanan, Zeb, and probably Sabine and are gonna die, yeah, I didn't want Sabine to go. I thought she still had a plot point. But it looks like her story arc's going to be completed beforehand. And Filoni did say that we would see General Syndulla at the end of before the end of season 4. So she's protected. And also what's interesting about this is, well, after the trailer there was more discussions and they were talking about Ahsoka. They had confirmed that we will learn Ahsoka's fate in season 4. And I was like, you're giving me a reason to watch the show again. They pulled me back in. Like, think about it. Like, if you see my videos, I really just didn't care about season 1. Like, I thought it was an okay season, but really it just didn't click with me with Clone Wars did. And season 2, I only cared about Ahsoka. Season 3, Thrawn and Darth Maul. Season 4, oh, we get to learn about the fate of Ahsoka. Okay, that's good. And Thrawn's also back. Oh, and speaking of Thrawn, in this trailer we got a new expanded universe character, further proving that Disney wants to make money off of us without paying royalty fees to the authors to an extent. What? Yeah, anyways. A Nogri comes into the play. And not just any Nogri. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but he's a bodyguard. A Thrawn. Now, I could just be a huge bastard and just say why this is so important. Why is this Nogri bodyguard important? So I will be evil and sadistic and tell you what's going to happen most likely. Thrawn's going to die. Yeah, that Nogri bodyguard, yeah, there's something special about him. He's the one that kills Thrawn in Legends. He assassinates him. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like, Thrawn is most likely going to die this next season in the final one. And I was like, okay, there were two ways I saw this going out. Like, either Thrawn gets killed in season 4, and they're going to do it with the Nogri, or Palpatine in his wisdom or, quote, arrogance will send Thrawn to go to the unknown regions. Like, initially, because they had to find a reason why he wasn't there beforehand in the expanded universe. So, those are the only two endings I see for Thrawn, if they're going to bring back the, quote, rebooted Thrawn trilogy. So, yeah, I'm pretty certain Thrawn is going to die this season at the hands of his Nogri bodyguard. And this would probably be before he discovers where the Rebel base is at. Now, back to Ahsoka, whose fate will be revealed in season 4, which is just exciting. There's been a lot of speculation. Like, after season 2 ended, there was some digital cards that got released regarding Ahsoka, showing that she might still be alive or digging in the underworld somewhere on a spiritual journey. Like, yeah, we don't know the full details about this, but the Convor, the owl-like creature, does show up a lot. Like, it's trying to lead Ahsoka somewhere, and I made the speculation that is the daughter connected to Ahsoka in a way? Like, back in season 3 of the Clone Wars series, the daughter's power, what light influence was infused into Ahsoka when she, quote, died by Anakin, thanks to Anakin's able to transfer the daughter's essence into Ahsoka to keep her alive. And that led to people speculating, is Ahsoka the new daughter? Well, there's speculation about that wolf like by Stars Explained, saying that is, and some other sites, like, is Ahsoka the wolf? And I'm thinking, I wouldn't hate that, because two reasons. One, if she is connected to the daughter, even Ashley, the voice actress of Ahsoka, believes that the daughter is connected to Ahsoka's survival. That means she might be able to change back. So I wouldn't hate that. But if she just comes back as a wolf, like they do a reincarnation stupidity, I'd be like, cop out! Because I would pay to see a series focusing on Ahsoka. And Kanan and Ezra, they mentioned how the balance and the Force and whatnot tying into The Last Jedi a bit, saying how they were meant to become Jedi. I'm like, okay, dude, there's reasonable doubt Yoda tried to get you killed. You gave Obi-Wan ideas to most likely lie to Luke in Episode 4, from a certain point of view. Yeah, your presence isn't really helping the Force. Or the Jedi, for that matter. In fact, if I had to guess, I think you're pawns for a much sinister game. And let's say even if Kanan and Ezra do survive, Luke is saying the Jedi are going to end, probably not through a big massacre, but like maybe through a huge purge of some sort, but not through a huge massacre, a purge of their abilities, or a purge of punishing, like the Force will punish the Jedi and the Sith and take away their powers and give it to only the righteous. I'm like, if the Yuuzhan Vong can lose the ability to use the Force, I'm sure the Force can do the same thing in the new canon. But Ahsoka being the daughter, that would be interesting. Being the new daughter. Like, it'd be curious, like, wait, but if the daughter's alive, where would the son be? Because the son did do a ritual that brought someone back to life, so he would have to be, like, reincarnated or something. But Ahsoka being the new daughter, that would be interesting. And I would love to see a series focusing on Ahsoka, because I feel like there's some unfinished business with her. Like, there's Lux Bonteri, which never got resolved. There's probably Barriss Offee, if she's still alive. Yeah, that was never confirmed. Like, I don't know if they hinted at it, but Barriss might be alive, might not be. Like, everyone speculated that she was the Seventh Sister, but that was proven not to be true. But I feel like if Barriss Offee is still alive and serving under the Empire by force, I get the feeling that they should have unfinished business between her and Ahsoka. Feels like, can Ahsoka save Barriss? Like, she failed to save Anakin, but can she save Barriss? Like, that would be an interesting series all in itself. Like, maybe Barriss attempting to kill Ahsoka and all that. Like, that would be interesting. But, let's see. And also, I was trying to remember what happened to Hondo. Like, is he dead? I missed an episode in season 3 where I think Hondo did appear. Did he die, or is he just gone? Like, what's gonna happen to him? And Dave Filoni finally hinted that there will be another series after Rebels. So I'm curious to know, what series is this going to be? Is it the Old Republic era? Because it was confirmed BioWare is finding a way to reintroduce the Old Republic era back into the new canon without the need to reboot everything. Because that would be incredibly stupid. Because they have the Old Republic era still going. But there's also speculation that there might be a series taking place after Return of the Jedi, which I would not be against. But I think if Luke is to, like, get through this journey, like, I know I'm going off topic with Star Wars Rebels, like, I just finished talking about the trailer, and I'm just speculating regarding Ahsoka, since she's linked to this. Luke eventually coming to figuring out that there's this gray area that's much bigger than what he could possibly imagine. I'm going to assume, did the Bendu tell him this? Because the Bendu might still be alive, but disappeared somewhere else. Or did Ahsoka tell him that? That would be interesting. But yeah, I've rambled on enough as it is. So those were my thoughts on Star Wars Rebels Season 4 trailer. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate to 2 for more.